Well, looky who's live. Just wanted to come in and let everybody know I was still breathing. I, yeah, still here on this side of the ground. Although I heard this morning that we lost someone from our community, and that's very sad. My thoughts are out with her family. Um, I just been going through a lot of emotional crap with my mom, and just overall suckiness of life. And when I get depressed, I tend to be negative, and nobody needs that. So I haven't been doing my lives. I just haven't been feeling it. And I do apologize for people that look forward to it. Hey, Dibble, wake up. If I'm awake, you can be awake. So, hey, Bonnie Boo. Aw, thank you, honey. I miss you guys too. My I have popped into various, yeah, allergies. Ugh. I have popped into various different auctions and things, but my my hands have been hurting real bad lately, both the arthritis and the nerve pain. So typing is painful. So I haven't really. Yeah, I heard about Janine this morning. That's very sad. Very sad. But yeah, I mean, I miss you guys. I miss talking to you guys. Um, if my speech is more impaired than usual, it's because I lost that bottom tooth that was real loose. So now I sound like Cindy from Brady Bunch. My lisp is much more pronounced, but I can eat without pain now, so that's a good. Well, without as much pain. So that's a plus. Oh, is she? TG's on holiday. Well, good for her. I have mostly been trying to sleep and just. I mean, when you get real depressed, you just feel all around blah, you know. So and all kinds of aches and pains start showing up, and I just between that and the actual pain from my hands and whatnot. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I had don't have Victoria's show in the mornings anymore to look forward to, and now I'm not moderating for Ella, so I don't have that to look forward to. So I basically have just kind of been sitting here streaming on Amazon Prime. I did watch The Mandalorian, so I had to wait every week for The Mandalorian to come out, and that's done now. So I can take a break from my Disney Plus subscription until August when the Ahsoka series starts. And then I will indulge myself for $12 a month or whatever. Yeah, it did, and it still does, but hold on one second. Figured you guys didn't want to hear me sneeze, and I bit my tongue. So my mom's going through all kinds of stuff, and I can't help her, and it's really frustrating because I just want to go and fix everything, and I can't. And yeah, it's crazy at my mom's house right now, and she's all freaking out. And my grandson has officially now been diagnosed. Hey, Bobby, oh, I miss you too. My grandson has been officially diagnosed with autism, and my daughter's pretty much doing nothing. Hey, badass. Um, my mom actually has a meeting to get him tested through the doctor's office because he got tested through the school. The school all of a sudden he's going to be turning 18 in July. Now the school has said, "Hey, we should test him for autism." Um, Yeah, we've been trying to get my mom and I have been trying to get my daughter to have him tested since he was about 3, and she refused to do it. So, um, the school tested him and wrote out some paper, and then told my daughter that since he needs 13 points to graduate or something, that and he's got held back a couple of years, so he's technically a sophomore. That it was pointless for him to come to school, and he didn't need to come to school after the end of the year. In South Carolina, children can go to high school to the age of 20. So, considering he's turning 18, he still has 2 years to be able to make all that up. And being autistic, there should be allowances for different things. What it is the kid's not doing his homework. And if my mom tries to check, he throws a fit. My mom's 90 years old. She can't be struggling with a 17-year-old to check his homework. So, I told her there's yeah, it is, Bobby. Very sad. There's got to be some kind of autism program or something, and my daughter's just pretty much not interested. She's like, "Well, he'll be 18 soon. He can do whatever he wants." No. So my mom's dealing with that. She is taking him Wednesday to get him actually checked by medical professionals, but we all know he's high functioning. I mean, if he's taught to do things, he can do it. It's just my mom has kind of enabled him and babied him, and so he doesn't really do much for himself, which he should. Um, and my daughter is moving her boyfriend and his kid in to my mom's house, so um, that will be happening this month, I believe. Yeah, Bobby, he will be, but I mean, and she should have filed, given the fact that she had financial issues. She should have filed for disability. She got him tested and filed for disability for him when he was a kid, and it would have helped with the income. And technically should be doing that now, but she's busy. So yeah, and my mom doesn't have legal rights, so my mom can't do legal paperwork for him. So it's a struggle. I don't know what they're gonna do. And my mom did tell me that the boyfriend's daughter, Bella, the one that ratted my granddaughter out, they don't get along now. They were like thick as thieves, sisters, and apparently now Sadie wants nothing to do with Bella because Bella's a little rat. So the fact that Sadie was going to have to share her room, I don't know, Bobby. I don't know that. I mean, it's a whole internal thing, and really, social services here not something you want to get involved with. And my mom doesn't have like my mom could contact and get paperwork, but until my grandson is actually 18, I don't think that she'd be able to help him with the paperwork. He has to be 18 and give her like power of attorney or whatever, or maid guardian or whatever. So, um, but yeah, Bella's going to be gone for the summer. She's going to go stay with her mom for the summer. So, my mom is a little relieved that there will be one less person in her house because my daughter was going to move her boyfriend, the 14-year-old, who was going to be sharing my granddaughter's room. My granddaughter is not happy that all of a sudden she has to share her room. Um, their dog and their cat into my mom's house, which already has, you know, 4 people in it, 2 dogs, and like 4 cats. So my mom's like, "Oh my god, my house is going to get destroyed. What am I going to do?" Yeah, she's. Although apparently the boyfriend's handy. He's a little bit handy. He fixed my mom's back deck steps, which my mom almost killed herself on. She went right through the steps um, a few years back. So They don't actually really use the deck that much. But he fixed the steps, so that's good, and replaced the light fixture out there. Really, that's cool though. That's cool, Bobby. I'm glad that she was able to get the help. The people here, it's I mean, like the school system just blowing him off. It's like, oh well, he has to get 13 points. We don't want to work with him. We can put him in a special class. There's basically what we used to call a remedial class, where they have somebody in the classroom. They don't have a special classroom like we did at my school, but they have somebody that sits with him in class and helps him. But he does okay with his classwork and with his tests. He actually scores really high on his tests. The problem is him doing work at home, because my grandson has the mentality that schoolwork should be done at school and not at home, because home is home time and his time, and school shouldn't intrude on that. And it's funny because I used to say that when I was a kid. I'd be like, I don't understand why we have to do all this homework. Leave school at school, But I still did my homework. He has not been. My son did the same thing. And trying to check that boy's work, I left it at school, and I didn't have the gas to go to the school. Oh, I did it. It's at school. I did it on lunch, or I did it in study or whatever. And I didn't have the gas to be like, oh, really? Well, let's go get it, and so I can check it over. Because if I had the gas to do that, we would have been at the school every damn day, proving, that my son hadn't done a damn thing. But I didn't, so he got away with that, and my son did really bad in school. But so worried about him, worried about my granddaughter. I just found a bunch of nail art stuff. It's really old. This stuff's I've had it. Oh God, I think I had some of it from when I lived in Massachusetts. So over 23 years. Um, but they're little like water decals and nail decals and little gems and things that you can put on your nails. And so I sent those with my mom uh, for my granddaughter, so she can have fun playing with her nails. What am I gonna do with it, right? I can't do my nails anymore. Even if I could do my nails, I couldn't type on this laptop. There's just no room on the keyboard. The keys are too shallow. I wouldn't be able to type at all. So, and with the nerve damage in my hands, I can't really do too much. So, Bobby, I don't know. I know there's a lot of programs and there's a lot of things that came up in Greenville, but Greenville's 45 minutes away. My mom cannot drive it. And I mean, my grandson does not like change. A lot of autistic kids, they don't handle change well. So even if there was transportation, he I mean, it took forever to get him to take the bus to school. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Um, I did a cursory Google search, um, and a lot of things popped up out of town, but nothing in town. Yeah, yeah. So I guess he was doing really well in the electrical program that they had him in, learning electrical work. My mom, for some reason, thought he'd be able to apprentice and become an electrician. I'm like, not if he can't handle dealing with people and all that stuff. He's not going to be able to do that. But he was doing really well. Apparently, he was at like a 93%. Um, and my mom was like, "Why can't he just keep doing that?" She doesn't understand why the school didn't. And I guess my daughter did go in and she went to the meeting and told them basically that you better keep my kid in school because this is ridiculous. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll check and see what else I can find. I've been not able to concentrate on too much lately. It's like I'll get an idea and be like, "Ooh, I'll look that up," and I'll type it in, and I look at one thing, and I'm just like, "Eh." You know what I mean? The depression is real, man. It sucks. even when I know it's important, it's a bleh, you know. So, um, but I'm not giving up on him. He apparently hasn't said anything about finally getting officially. Um, I mean, I think he knew that he was autistic, but being officially diagnosed, again, he was diagnosed by school people at the school. So my mom talked to his pediatrician, and the pediatrician was like, "Well, I have somebody here that works with autistic kids and that is, I guess, licensed or has a degree or something. They're more official and than just school people because our school system here sucks. I don't trust them as far as I could throw them. So thank you, Bobby. Appreciate that. Our school system here has always sucked, and I mean they didn't do right by my kids, and they're not doing really well by my grandson. Um, as far as I know, my granddaughter's doing okay, but not great. She's just kind of flying under the radar, you know. She does what she's supposed to do, and she gets teased a lot at school because she's so tall. Um, and she doesn't really have anybody to talk to. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind if she talked to me, but her mother won't let her talk to me about important stuff because my daughter thinks that I'm toxic. My daughter, who has absolutely no parenting skills whatsoever, thinks I'm toxic. So that's interesting. But if my mom doesn't, well, my mom has a laptop. My daughter never set her up with an email because it's my daughter's internet. My daughter actually, that's the only thing she pays for in the house is internet. Um, and she never gave my mom an email. So, and my mom doesn't really know how to look things up. The only thing she ever did on her computer when she had one was email. That's it. So she's basically got a laptop that's a paperweight right now. So if she needs something looked up, I can look it up for her, do some research, give some websites that hopefully my daughter will look into, but that's asking a lot. My daughter's actually graduating from her college in a few days. Next week is her last week. She's got 3 more days, and then they have graduation, and she starts working immediately afterwards. She's got a job lined up, so that's good. But right now, she's all about the man. She spends all her time either at school, at work, or at her boyfriend's apartment. Um, he's in for a very big surprise when they live together. And my mom's like, well, they've been together for like 7 months. I'm like, yeah, they've been together at his place with sometimes she takes Sadie with her, sometimes not. But he doesn't see how she interacts with her own children or her lack of interaction, I should say, or the fact that, she walks in the house, walks through the living room, doesn't even say hello to my mother, just goes right into her room, doesn't say hello to the kids unless they've done something wrong. She doesn't even acknowledge that they're there. Um, just goes in her room and does whatever. And the other day, I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she's like, "Well, Desiree was here, and the kids were supposed to be home in like 5 minutes, and Justin left, and he took the dog with him because she takes her dog with her when she goes over there, so my mom doesn't have to take care of the dog, which is good because my mom never wanted that dog in the house in the first place." And she was like, "Well, I gotta go." And my mom's like, "Aren't you gonna wait for the kids to get home? They'll be home in 5 minutes." She goes, "No, he's got the dog. I gotta go." And she wouldn't even wait 5 minutes to say hello to her own children after they got home from school. I'm like, wow. Oh, I hope so, Dibble. Yeah, I took one bite of a French. I ate one French fry last night, and that tooth fell out in the front. I was like, okay, that's not a French fry. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, but it did alleviate a lot of pain because that tooth in the front was just flopping all over the place. It was held on by a thread, and it was painful. I couldn't bite into anything. So I sound funny, but there's less pain now, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so I mean, I'm worried about my mom's stress levels, and I mean, she is relieved in a way that Bella's not going to be there for the summer, and I'm sure my granddaughter is too, because she won't have to give up her room right away. My granddaughter's room is not that big. These girls are going to be like right on top of each other. My granddaughter's not going to be happy at all. Um, my grandson was like, "I'm not giving up my room," and then closed his door. So, but hopefully Justin, the boyfriend, will get some things fixed around my mom's house, like they said he's going to. He's actually bought some plywood. He's finishing off the other half of the attic, the flooring and stuff, because he's there. They clean that out and are using it for storage for his stuff. But they're still going to have to get a storage unit because his not all of his stuff. I mean, he's got a condo. He's got a two-bedroom condo, so it's not going to all fit in my mom's attic. But I mean, my thought was finish off the other half of the attic and let one of the girls have that half. There's a door that closes. There's a finished room, and then there's the room that they were using for storage. So I would have put everything in storage and just finished off that room. But they would have had to put a window in or something, so that would have been really expensive. But yeah, I figured I'd come on, touch base, let everybody know all the drama that's happening in my life. Yeah, Dibble, I'm not watching videos that you put out that have little ducks getting eaten. Poor little thing, or little geese. Yeah, I do too, Dibble. I'm hoping either either them living together is gonna make him run away because he's gonna find out what kind of person my daughter actually is. You can only hold up a facade for so long. Once they're in her home environment where she's such a douche, um, he may run. I wouldn't blame him. Um, he raised his daughter to be very self-sufficient. His daughter's 14. She can cook. She cleans. She does laundry. She basically is the little lady of the house type of thing because he has full custody of Bella, and she's very self sufficient and she's helpful. Like when they were over for dinner, she started clearing all the plates and taking them into the kitchen and everything. Whereas my grandchildren and my daughter just sat on their asses and did nothing. So he may see the interaction or lack of and the attitude and run for his life. Um, or his presence may kick them all into overdrive, going, "Oh, maybe we should be decent human beings and actually help the 90-year-old woman that lets us live here for free." You know, the one thing my mom did say is that she's not buying food because Desiree is adding people to the house. My mom is like, "I'm not buying food for all these people, so you guys are buying groceries from now on." She's like, "I eat less than even half of what one of you would eat." So, and she does. My mom nibbles. She eats tiny little portions of food, and so she's like, "Nope, I'm not buying the food." So at least she put her foot down for something. But she's not. They're not going to be helping with any bills or giving rent or. Yeah, Bobby. I was like, no, I'm not watching. I can't watch things get killed. I have too much depression in my life now. I mean, I love turtles, and I know it's a cycle of life type of thing, but I I'm good on watching, and which is ironic because I've been streaming Bones, the TV series Bones. So I was just about to say I'm good with watching death, and then I'm streaming something that shows dead bodies constantly. Yeah, Dibble, I know, but I don't want to watch it. You know what I mean? It's sad enough when there are five and now there's one, and we see that, but I don't need to watch a poor little goose baby getting dragged underwater. That was heartbreaking. Um, so in light of the sad news this morning about Janine, I figured I'd touch base with everybody and let you know I'm all still here. Yeah, Dibble, that doesn't help. So, and my grocery money ran short, so I was only able to get a bag of chips and 3 bottles of soda. Luckily, I still have half a case of water, so I still have plenty of water. But and I do have food in the kitchen, but I wasn't able to get, and I had to pay $7 because it was under that $35 limit or whatever they have. I'm like, so that's $7 wasted. Hate that shit. Ugh. Yeah, no more baby eating. Ugh. And my candle is lit for Janine's family and for Darlene for her surgery, and anybody else that needs it. Today is good sleeping weather. It's gloomy. It's rainy. It's really dark in my room. Last week we did get through some more of the boxes and totes and stuff, so my room is starting to look a little more open, not piled as high in that one end. I found a picture of my uncle's basset hound way back. I mean, I think I told you guys about the basset hound they had named Cleopatra, and my mom, my mom saw it. I was like, "Mom, look!" And she goes, "Whose dog is that?" I'm like, "It's Cleo. It's Uncle Edward's dog." And she goes, "Oh, that's Mom's kitchen." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my grandmother's at my grandmother's house." And she stole my picture. She was like, "Karen might want that," and I'm like, "But it's mine." But I gave it to her, see if my aunt Karen wanted it. Karen loved that dog. She's gonna go to see my aunt and cousins tomorrow, so she'll be off visiting tomorrow. She's not driving. My cousin is coming to pick her up, so that's good because it's way too far for my mom to drive. But I hope she has a good time. My aunt Karen hasn't been feeling very well lately. She she beat the cancer that she had, but it took a toll on her. It really did. She's the one that showed up here with the truck and the hand truck, little dolly, to move all my son's stuff in the storage room. And I heard from my son and got more thank yous from him than I have gotten in the past, I don't know, 4 years. Apparently, they're moving, and he wanted my landlord's information. I don't know how far he's going to get with my landlord because my landlord knows that my son bailed on me and doesn't come help me. So I don't know how well that's going to go over, but he was like, "We need a place by Tuesday." And I'm like, "Good Lord." And it was Sunday when he contacted me. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Um, so I was like, "Let me know what happens." And I haven't heard from him. So I have no idea. But I gave him the information, and they lost the phone. The phone went down. So I don't know if they have their phone back now or not. They were supposed to get paid yesterday. Um, but I texted the landlord and let him know they were trying to contact him. Gave him the email my son gave me, and gave my son his Facebook thing so that he could message him on there. I did what I could. I'm not giving him referrals because I don't know their living situation. I've never been to their place. It's on third floor walk up. Hell no. And I mean, I know two of the people that he lives with. I know Hector and Dorothea, and they're good people. They've been friends with my son for God, like 8 years now. Yeah, and they're pretty solid. But my son at one point told me that they weren't taking dishes into the kitchen; they were just leaving it, and it was getting all nasty. So I don't know if they're living a little cleaner now. Um, I don't know. I know that they had a problem with their rent when Dorothea was in the hospital, and they had COVID and all kinds of stuff. So, but other than that, I don't know. Like if they've had problems paying their rent, I would assume not because their landlord seems to be pretty much of a dick. From what I've surmised from my son. So if they were late, they'd get evicted. But $1,000 for its two bedroom apartment on the third floor, and then you have to walk it. Too much. So, and now Dorothy and Hector have a dog, and I don't know how well that dog's trained or how it behaves, so I can't give any referrals to them. But I gave them the information. I let my landlord know they were trying to contact them, and that's all I can do. And I have not heard from anyone, so I don't know what's going on there either. But every time I gave my son information or told him that I texted him or whatever, I got a thank you, which, wow. I was almost passed out. I was like, wow, he has said like 5 thank yous. Yeah. I mean, I'm in good with my landlord, and he's been really, I mean, yeah, my floors could use some fixing, but, and, the doors and ramps and in and out of the house and whatnot, but he hasn't given me a rent increase, and that's something that I'm grateful for. And if I'm late getting the rent because my mom can't get to the bank, or the dates fall wrong or whatever, he's not up my butt about it. So I'm not ruining that, you know what I mean? um and they know that my son is the one that had those people in here that wrecked that room. So I mean, I can give Hector and Dorothy a personal reference, but I think Hector's brother lives there with them, and I've never even met him, so I can't say anything on him. um but personally, Hector and Dorothy are good people. That's about all I can say. So other than that, they're on their own. Why they waited so long, I don't know. But I hope they find something. Poor dogs living on the third floor. Simi got to give nose kisses with her boyfriend the other day. I put her out and Caesar come running over, right up to the kennel, stuck his nose between the wires. Simi goes running over, and then they both did that whole chest to the ground, tail ass in the air, wagging the tail like they're gonna play and run around. And it was cute. And then Simi went and did her business and come running inside. I'm like, sorry, food overrules love, man. She wants to eat. So, and Luke came over and checked on me, the guy that mows my lawn. He came over to see how I was doing while I was had the dog out, so that was nice. So, but yep, that's about it. Not much else going on. It's all drama and trauma and blah. She is actually. He's not fixed. She's fixed, but he's not. And it's so funny. Okay, so Luke starts walking over towards the kennel, and he's talking to Simi, and all of a sudden Caesar, as soon as he gets within 5 feet, Caesar starts barking, and I'm like, he don't want you near his girl. Like he's like, I know, right? Because Caesar doesn't do that. He doesn't bark at Simi. He'll bark if another dog comes in our yard, but if a dog comes in his yard, he'll go try and play with it. But if a dog comes in my yard, he'll start barking at it, like get away from my girl, and constantly pees on the damn kennel. Like, this is mine. This is mine. I'm like, girl, you've been claimed. She's so pretty, you can't really blame him. But yeah, he didn't want Luke anywhere near Simi. He was like, get away from my girl. It was funny. Because as soon as he walked away, Caesar stopped barking. Yeah, well, I'm not entertaining, I guess, if I'm not ranting about something. I don't really have anything to rant about. And hearing about depressing things just kind of gets everybody depressed, and nobody really needs that. So, I mean, I also tend to be negative when I'm in that mood, you know? Aw, thank you, Dibble. I love you. Not gonna be on too long. My back has been bothering me, and yeah, there's not much positive, Bobby. Honestly, not able to do anything. My hands are hurting so bad that I can't even type really, and allergies still have my eyes. I can't wait to get this room finished, and yet things keep stuff like today because my overhead light doesn't work. It's so dark in this room that my mom and I couldn't go through any of the boxes. Oh, I missed you too. Um, because I'd have to sit there with my phone and the flashlight and try and go through boxes, and it's all dusty, and oh, I just couldn't handle it today. But we did get through like 5 of them the other day. Um, so that's a good thing. Threw an entire box of old nail polish away. I'm like, well, I don't need that. That's like 10 years old. Yeah, Dibble, I know you are. No, the weather doesn't help you, Aquarius. Look, all that right there. And that one right there is actually empty. There's like 3 pictures in it, and that's it. But we even moved the blanket over to try and get a little light in that side. But today that did not help. So yeah, and I'm out of Tylenol. So, but it's more the nerve pain. My nerve pain's been flaring bad in my hands, and it just hurts. And I get a lot of, oh well, I hope they feel better soon. Yeah, they're not going to feel better ever. Without the medication, there's no help. But anyway, I am looking forward to getting this room cleaned out because it is so dusty in here. I mean, I have lint webs, I have dust webs everywhere, and that's not helping my allergies at all. So basically, once we get all the boxes out of here, the whole room's going to get wiped down, washed down, ceiling fan, all of that's going to get cleaned up. And hopefully that will clear my eyes up. If it doesn't, I'm going to end up selling my equipment for my metalsmithing. Um, because if I can't do it, there's no point in having thousands of dollars in equipment and supplies here that's just sitting here taunting me like, hey, look, you can make all kinds of awesome stuff, except you can't see to do what you want to do. And my hands aren't allowing me to do it without the medication. So I'll end up selling it. And I mean, I literally have thousands of dollars in metal stamps and equipment. So I'm hoping that things clear up enough that I can still do my beating, you know. Um, Yeah, Dibble. I hope they get everything worked out and fixed so that you're comfortable and you can eat with teeth. My Facebook's shit is so messed up when I go on regular, just like click on Facebook. All the posts are all over the place from so many different days and dates, and nothing is in order. And it drives me crazy. So I don't even bother with that. The only thing I use Facebook for is Messenger. Nobody asked you. Get off my wheelchair. I will bop you. No. She's so talky. Yeah. So I ran out of things to talk about. This moment of silence brought to you by bleh. Cat, get off me. And the cat. Well, I pray that you have the perfect Dibble smile, because no one wants to have an Osmond smile. They look so fake. Because they are fake. Those kids got their teeth worked on when they were kids. So I will light a candle that you get the perfect little Dibble smile. You want horse teeth? Then we'll have to call you Dibble. Yeah, I did that earlier today, Bobby. I'm not getting in the chair again. I didn't say you said horse teeth. I said horse. Gotta remember, I got speech impairments now. Yeah, I've already done the chair thing. Love you too. Done the chair thing a couple of times. Put the dog out. Visited with my mom briefly. I'm gonna put the dog out again. It's painful to get in and out of the chair. Transferring is painful, and then it hurts my legs to sit in it, and with my back acting up, it hurts to move in it. It's see, like I said, when I get bummed out, I'm like all negative blah. When the depression gets bad, it's like everything sucks, and it's just a steaming pile of suck, and you can tell yourself to be positive all you want, but it still sucks. So yeah, and this is why I haven't done lives. I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me, Bobby. I'm not a music person. The only time I ever really blasted music is when I was roaming around the house cleaning or when I was driving. And since I can't really do either of those two things, that's not happening. Yeah, see, music doesn't do anything for me. And at this point, the music I like would just remind me of something and I'd end up crying. I've been doing that a lot. It helps a lot of people. It's just not my thing. I'm a mess. I really am. But I have cookies. I haven't eaten any of them, but I have them. I'm afraid if I eat one, I'm going to eat them all. And I have a lot of cookies, so that would be bad. I wouldn't be able to fit in the wheelchair. But Victoria sent me cookies, so I have cookies. Oh, yeah. There was a rumor going around apparently that I was fighting with some of my friends, that we were on the outs, weren't getting along, and one of the people named was Victoria. And after I was done laughing at the thought of me and Victoria getting in a fight, um, yeah, no, we're not. Victoria and I are fine. I don't even know how that started or why anybody would get the idea that we were not getting along, but I love Victoria and Victoria loves me and pretty confident of that. So, yeah, Dibble, easy to say. I know. I, I don't even know how anybody would get the idea that we were fighting. I mean, where did that come from? You know? And the only thing I can think of is because I was sad about her morning show not happening anymore. I mean, I looked forward to that. It was, I have very few things to look forward to, and her show was one of them, and it kept me from usually being in a really bummed out mood. Because it started my day off in a very positive way. But so I don't know if someone took something negative from that, thinking I was mad at her for not doing her show, which I'm not. She has to do what's best for her, and since I am her friend, I support her in that. Um, but I think the people that came up with that are the same people that if you don't agree with them, why do you hate me? Type of thing, which is dumb. Yay, Dibble. Yeah. Well, I mean, it started your day off bright and happy, and Victoria singing and joking around and fun. But she's got to do what she's got to do, and that's fine. We're not going to be mad at Victoria because she needs a break. We love Victoria. Victoria's awesome. I thought that was the start. I mean, I think I laughed for like 5 minutes straight when they told me that. I'm like, what? I'm not fighting with anyone. Just to clear that up, I'm not in an argument or fighting with anybody on or off YouTube. Yeah. So, yeah, I know she mentioned something about maybe doing an afternoon show once in a while, which would be nice, except I don't get any warning when she goes live, and it's like she just pops on live, and I find out about it like an hour later because I was sleeping. I'm like, damn it, I miss Victoria. I get upset, but Victoria is always a bright spot in my day. She's like a little ray of sunshine. I just want to say that back scratchers are the best invention ever. Yeah, see, I slept through that last night. Right, Dibble? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to end this in a couple of minutes. My back is starting to burn. I need to lay down. But I did want to touch base with y'all. Let you know I'm still here, still mostly good. Yeah, it was. I mean, it doesn't even have to be in the morning. It could be in the afternoon, you know? Come on, other cat, go away. God, what is this? Walk on me day? Cool. Yeah, I have not been sleeping well at all, for weeks now. She's putting teasers out for a new show. Cool. So I'm sorry it was so blah. Not much going on. I just dealing with a lot of financial issues and my mom and yeah, life. Oh, good. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been like sleeping an hour or 2 hours and waking up and being up for an hour and a half or so and laying back down, and my sleep patterns are all over the place. Nate's an asshole. What'd he do? I don't know why anybody puts up with that asshole. Oh, thank you, Bobby. I love you, girl. What did he do, Dibble? He just needs to keep drifting right up a cliff. Such a dick. You don't know Drifter Thrifter? Yeah, you do. Cat, come on. You just walked around a big circle just to walk on me again. Drifter Thrifter is the one that will mimic people's screen names. Yeah, well, his sarcasm leaves a lot to be desired. He's a dickhead. He was in Victoria's one morning, mimicking screen names like Toilet Boy, Toilet Family, you know, um, all that stupid crap. He is. He's an ass. He's been an ass ever since he bitched at Victoria for praying for him because he's an atheist and he doesn't believe in it. And he actually rebuked her praying for him. I don't care who you are or what you believe. If someone wants to pray for you, they're wishing you something positive. Say thank you, you know? I mean, I'm not Christian and Victoria prays for me constantly. I know she does. But, when she does it, if I'm not feeling well or something and she says a prayer for me on a live, I say thank you. I've even asked her for prayers for my mom because my mom is Christian, you know. But if someone wants to send positivity your way, who the fuck do you think you are to be sitting there going, I don't believe in that, so don't do that, don't pray for me, blah, blah, blah. Just shut up, you know? Ugh, pisses me off. Don't get me going. He's attacked people in, there was a chat that he attacked people in because they were talking about Christian music, you know? And he was all like, I didn't know this was a Christian chat. Da, da, da. If you don't like it, leave. You don't need to say anything about how you don't like the content. Just leave. If everybody's having a conversation and you don't like the conversation, don't participate and go away. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I found a bunch of my art supplies, my drawing books and art pencils and things like that, which are mostly unused. But I can't draw anymore because I can't hold the pencils. So at some point, once we get everything out of my room, I'll have to go through things again and figure out what I'm going to sell and get rid of some of this stuff. I asked my mom if Sadie might want it, but she said she's got so much art stuff that she doesn't even know where to put it. So I will try, Dibble. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling on Saturday, but I will try. I'm not making any promises because I don't want to break a promise. But depending on how much sleep I've gotten and what I've been able to scrounge up to eat, I will try. So, but I hope you guys all have a great day. And I will try to have a show on Saturday. I will try. And please keep Janine's family in your prayers, thoughts, candles, whatever. Um, that's rough, you know. And anybody else that's struggling, Right? So she's on the great search, is she? I hope she has a good time too. But yeah, just keep people in your thoughts. It's hard sometimes, out of sight, out of mind. Oh, I love you too, Bobby. Love you, Dibble. Love you, Bonnie Boo. All right. I hope you guys all have a fantastic. Oh, that's gonna be hard for him. Harder than normal. Try and have a great day, people, and a great rest of your week. And I will hopefully be on Saturday. I'll see you around the tubes. I might see you. You might not know I'm there, but I might see you. I love you guys. Thanks for showing up. Bye.